Hello, this is Isaac from Turn Sounds, and if you run out of deodorant, you can always use air freshener.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, it works. I've tried it.
Does it?
No, I've never tried it.
It's
I feel like I need to though.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Just Keep Walking, a podcast focused on the Walking Dead TV show. I'm your host, Ben. Thanks for tuning in today. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I am your friend, Isaac.
I am also your friend if you want. I'm Liam.
That's right. And you, as the listeners, are also our friends. So
Yes.
we're all one big happy family.
Community.
That's
Yeah, there it is.
Very good, very good. Why don't you plug Turn Sounds for us, Isaac? Get that out of the way at the start. Introduce people, let them know where this is
on the
coming to them
spot.
from.
Okay, so odds are if they've clicked onto this podcast, they may have seen Turn Sounds as the publisher label underneath
quite
it. They may
possibly.
have seen it on the actual thumbnail, but that's the broadcasting family that we've started, proudly Australian and small but growing, I suppose. Check
yeah.
out our website, turnsounds.com.
Yeah, absolutely. All sorts of other shows. We got Star Wars one as well, Astromech, which we'll be recording after this, and Liam's gonna join us as a special
Ooh,
guest
yeah.
on that one. So yeah,
Very special.
definitely check that out.
Very excited.
Yeah. So we got a whole pile of things to talk about today. Spoiler alert! Just at the start, we'll talk about everything that's happened in the show so far. Well, we won't talk about everything that's happened, but we could spoil it for you. So
Should Liam do the Turn Sounds spoiler ahead?
you're welcome to if you'd like.
Alrighty, here we go. Spoilers ahead!
Hey, that was very good.
Oh, yeah.
So, Liam, you had some cool conversation starters and some different things to talk about. Why don't you take us
I
through some of
did.
those?
Alrighty, well, the first one I have on my list of topics to discuss was crossover characters from other zombie franchises that we'd like to see in the Walking Dead universe.
Ooh.
Other zombie franchises specifically.
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Like, what's his name from Zombieland?
Yeah,
I'm
I
off
love
to a good
what's
start.
his name? He's a great, my favorite.
Woody
character.
Harrelson's character, like, or even Jesse Eisenberg.
Tallahassee, I think.
Tallahassee,
it is.
that's
Is that
it.
right?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I haven't seen the second one yet. Double tap. I want to, though.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as the first one, I didn't think, but it was,
Okay.
it's all right.
Alright.
I've watched it but can't remember it, so that tells you everything.
It had a lot of Elvis stuff in it.
I don't even remember that.
Like zombie Elvis.
Maybe.
Okay.
That would have made it more memorable.
They went to like Graceland or whatever it was, Elvis's place, and they were like dressed up as Elvis.
Ah.
Anyway, moving on.
So the point of that is we want to see Elvis in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if he's in Zombieland too, then technically he's
It
kind
fits.
of part of a zombie franchise. So
Hmm.
Elvis, yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Well, he'd get along with Luke. They both like music.
Ah,
Hey.
Okay, now we're cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Isaac's interested.
Yeah.
Hashtag long live Luke.
But Isaac, did you have any ideas for
Oh.
characters to cross over? I'm
So-
just stalling so I can think of something.
It's a tough one.
Semi-silly, but then kind of serious is
Okay.
Sean from
Ah,
Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
like maybe exactly the way that he is, kind of like that I've had enough of everything type attitude, but bringing that comedic flair into it. I think
Yeah.
Mm.
to me he's kind of like the new Simon mixed with like a bit of Gregory as well, kind of
Okay.
like loosely, but I don't know. And then
Yeah.
Nick Frost as well, just with him. I guess what's his character?
Ed.
Ed.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I said that half confidently. Yes, it's Ed. Yeah, that's a good choice,
Yeah.
actually. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't want to see him die though, and that's the only reason I'd say
No.
leave him where they are.
Yeah. And would this be like a few years in, sort of after Shaun of the Dead? Could he have changed his character at all, or just still exactly how he is in the movie?
Maybe kind of crossing over into World's End
Oh, yeah,
thing,
right.
like where he's all like cowboy and in the wastelands.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I like it. Nice.
You've been stalling long enough. Ben.
Yeah, yeah. Well, just because it's been very fresh in my mind recently, I'd definitely be interested to see Joel and Ellie from Last of Us.
Yeah.
I think they would fit in the world very well. Not from the second one, but from the first one. And we'll get into that later, maybe. But yeah, just such likable characters. I think we haven't we haven't had heaps of that sort of dynamic of almost a father and daughter sort of relationship on the show, and I think it'd be interesting. I think they,
Oh,
they
I don't know.
yeah. What do you
Well, I
reckon?
mean, look at any of the characters with Judith. Like, you got Daryl and Judith, you got Negan and Judith, you got
True.
even robot hand guy, Aaron,
Yeah.
Aaron and Judith.
To some extent, yeah. I think it's still so father and daughter relationship. Yeah, you're right. We do have some of that. But I think the kind of dynamic that they have, where sort of they kind of annoy each other in a lot of ways,
Right.
but they push each other to be better people and stuff like that. That'd be cool. I like to see that.
Yeah.
How about you, Liam?
Man, you guys took both of mine.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So yeah, I need to stall now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can I straight away do
Sure.
the opposite and actually exclude somebody?
Oh, okay.
Can I exclude Brad Pitt from World War Z?
Sure.
Just say stay away.
Yeah.
Please, no.
Well,
Why? Why in particular?
It might have just been his portrayal of the character in that movie. I've got nothing against Brad Pitt,
Sure, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The pretty boy thing doesn't work for me.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, of course we got Luke and stuff, but whatever.
Every single time they fight off a massive zombie horde, he just grabs a Pepsi and takes a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I point out though that Brad Pitt, in his defense, his character is the only one I've seen in any zombie sort of franchise who actually wrapped their arm in something that would prevent being bitten.
True.
That was
I
very
loved that.
clever.
And rode a bicycle for stealth.
Yeah.
I might change my mind, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
He's onto it.
And he counts when someone's been bitten, works out how long it takes to turn. He's right from the
The
start.
rules for that are crazy, though. It's like 6 seconds after you get
Yeah.
some...
Mm.
Nasty.
Maybe Brad Pitt then, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, we'll go with that. My answer is Brad Pitt
Yeah.
from World War Z.
You
Great
swayed me.
choice. Great
You
choice.
swayed me.
But before he injected himself with whatever disease he gave himself. Yeah.
Mm.
So healthy version where he's wrapping himself up in newspaper or magazines. Yeah, we'll go with magazines. That's probably more solid than newspaper.
But they gave him the antidote straight away, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, any of the Brad Pitts from that movie.
Yeah.
Pre-sickness or not.
Did you guys ever see Scout's Guide to the Apocalypse?
How was that fairly recent?
Recent, within maybe 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailers and I just wasn't
It's a
interested.
bit of a rubbish film, but they essentially do that.
I
Okay.
liked it. It went in with low expectations. I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
this is a light comedy horror.
Definitely a comedy, yeah.
Hmm.
But they approached it with that attitude of okay, let's wrap up our wrists and stuff and let's
Yeah.
put on, cardboard or something not chewable.
Yeah.
Because who chews cardboard, am I right?
Anyone who eats McDonald's.
Oh!
Yeah. Leave that one there.
McDonald's don't sponsor us, and they probably never will now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's true.
I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Smooth.
Thank you, Liam.
Any other characters that come to mind?
No, but it does lead into my next question.
Yeah, cool.
So it's sort of the same question, but a bit more expanded. So a celebrity or a person of interest who you feel would do well in the Walking Dead universe.
Brad Pitt.
He's had the
All
experience.
for Brad Pitt now.
So do you mean if the actual celebrity was thrown
Yeah.
into the world of The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I suppose anybody that we know, or that anyone would know on a grand scale. I
So not
suppose.
just an actor, it can be
Yeah,
any...
it can be anyone. Like
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Prime Minister of Australia. Yeah.
ScoMo.
Yeah.
How would ScoMo go?
Good question.
Bit too political. Yeah.
I feel like he'd run away to Hawaii.
Oh,
no.
Low blow.
No, I'm kidding. ScoMo, I love you, mate. I saw an opportunity and took it.
Yeah.
So did
Easy
he.
one to yeah, that's a good question. Mate. You kind of mentioned this beforehand and I didn't think about it. So. Bear Grylls, I guess. He'd be good.
It's sensible.
Work out how
Yeah.
to survive. How do you reckon he'd go with people? I guess he could just teach them all how to survive, how to eat berries and stuff.
Well, we've already got some kind of reclusive characters within the universe. Or people have tried, like Carol, who wanted to go off on her own.
Sure.
Who else? Like walking stick guy. Clear.
Oh, David Attenborough.
What?
Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. I thought you were talking about...
Oh, David Attenborough.
Can you imagine
That was a
him?
very far fetched.
Dude, David Attenborough, actually.
Yeah.
Here we see a zombie in its natural habitat.
Yeah. And if you look at the broken bones there, then you can see.
Oh, Jesus, run! Run!
He always starts narrating and just grabs the attention of every zombie. Stop!
Come on, man, one job.
Yeah, he could probably though, like, you know, he's got his skills. He'd work out the patterns of zombies and how to know how they're going to behave and stuff like that, how to avoid them. So maybe he could be useful, but I feel like he wouldn't be very good, you know, if you had to run or anything, because he's pretty old.
Elon Musk as like
Yeah.
super savvy tech guy who can just sort of like how Eugene does at the moment. He just finds electrical parts lying around and here's me whipping up a, you know, fizzy bomb or something, or like, you know, let me generate power for you for electric horses and stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
I feel like, yeah, you could take Eugene's, you know, the electric fence rig that he rigged up for the war
Tried
with the
to,
Whisperers. Yeah. Like, I feel like Elon Musk would take that, but just like do a whole fence around Alexandria or electric or something like that.
It would have
whatever
worked.
it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. He's a smart guy. How about... Oh, I had someone in my head, but now I've just gone blank.
Are we excluding celebrities, or are we saying like anybody?
Yeah, anyone.
Oh,
Because like
anyone.
for some reason, I reckon he could do it. Johnny Depp, I think, would be
Yeah.
a very interesting.
Really?
Think less drunken, you know, Jack Sparrow type thing, and think more. What else has he done? Like the Lone Ranger when he was the. What's his name?
Oh,
Tonto.
The Lone
Tonto,
Ranger.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Like shaman type person who's been living in this for so long, who just knows how to do things. Kind of like the governor when he was just like not doing much but still surviving. You know, when he was out on the road.
Yeah.
That kind of guy.
Interesting.
I reckon Johnny Depp could do that.
Good
Johnny?
choice.
Yep. Listen to me. Off you go.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
What would be your picks?
Whoa. I don't know how he'd go, but I more so just would love to see it. Schwarzenegger.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because like I feel there's more of him to get bitten, right?
Oh, yeah.
True.
But I also
Is he
feel that
like made of steel? The zombies' teeth would just like break if they tried to. Like,
well, that's it. I mean,
Come on.
yeah, do it now. Come on, do it. I'd love to see him square off with a horde because I feel like he
Yeah.
would stand his ground for a
punch
little
them
while.
stand there, knock them all on the head. Yeah. One fist punch just goes straight through the zombie's skull. Yeah.
CIA got you pushing too many pencils.
Yeah.
That's a great choice. I love that. And if you could bring Stallone with him, then that would be great.
Oh, my two favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every person that like comes and meets me just, you son of a bitch. They do like the handshake, muscle
Yeah.
flex.
I like that choice. That's really good.
It's good.
Anyone else come to mind?
Well, like if we're talking bodybuilders, like just The Rock, seeing him in
Oh,
it,
yeah.
you know,
True.
he'd be like the new Tyrese.
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 Yeah.
Guy, yeah.
Yeah, I could see him with the hammer and everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, good
smile.
choice.
Wow. That warm smile.
He'd welcome anyone into the community.
Exactly.
just
He
so-
would.
And even if they were like planning to steal or ambush or whatever, they'd just see that smile and say, "Oh no, we're gonna help you
Yeah,
guys."
yeah.
Or he'd put that, what does he call it on Jumanji, the smouldering look or whatever?
Yeah.
He'd catch him out and give him that look, and they'd be like, "Yeah, man, sorry, made a mistake.
We
We
surrender."
goofed up."
Good
Yeah.
choices. Solid.
Hmm.
Nice. Anything else on your list, Liam? Of
I
Top
have a
questions?
few.
Nice.
It's very elegantly penned, may I say.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I do like I do enjoy writing. Writing is fun.
It's a forgotten art, really.
And it's important in zombie apocalypse because you don't have computers.
That's it.
Type
We
stuff.
can't back up our iPhones.
I would argue Morse code is probably more important to learn that long
Maybe,
distance.
but-
Well, true. How are you going to write down what you're receiving in Morse code if you don't know how to write? So
Yeah,
Very true.
yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep. Oh.
I think,
Memorize the whole thing.
Can you imagine trying to recount that? Like if you had no idea how to write, you'd be like, all right. So what did they say? All right, you ready for this? Beep, 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 beep,
Dot, dot,
beep.
dash, dash, dot, dot, dot.
Well, I suppose it's similar to the other celebrity question, but let's change it up a bit. Like a celebrity you'd like to see actually on the show, so not just in the universe. How would they do?
so they would be playing like a new character in the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Not as themselves.
I mean,
I guess that's.
I
an
guess they
option.
could be. Yeah.
This is like not an actor or anything, but if he was still alive, Steve Irwin, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because one of the other greatest crossovers in the world is Wiggly Safari when Steve Irwin was on the Wiggles and he took them all to Australia Zoo. So imagine that, like season 10, you're like so far into the zombie apocalypse, and then out of nowhere, this mystery guy runs out, is running away from a horde. Hey, mates, how's it going? Come
Yeah.
over to my place. And he's got like crocodiles defending his base and everything. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He would too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because it feeds the crocs
Yeah.
whenever zombies walk in, and also keeps them safe.
How has that not been used yet? How have they not utilized crocodiles or other
They're
animals?
surely
as, like,
on their
weapons?
way. Like, they've had a
Yeah.
tiger, so next step,
Yeah.
technically, would be...
Because surely, like, if zombies were trying to attack a crocodile, that would be a lot harder because they got really
Ah.
tough skin, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you'd have to get down and get in the right spot and thrash and.
I don't think
Yeah.
they'd be able to, in any state of mind, pierce a crocodile's hide at all.
Yeah.
Like, not even under the belly. I don't think we are physically strong enough or have the right, I suppose, nails or anything to actually pierce a crocodile.
Oh wow, that's.
I could be
that's very
wrong.
good.
So any listeners, please prove me
Yeah.
wrong. But I
Crocodile
feel like a
enthusiasts.
crocodile would be the ultimate weapon against a zombie. 'Cause
And in the same strength, get crocodile skin outfits to wear to if you're gonna run through
Yeah.
the horde.
Bindi Owen, if you could get back to us with any info you can on how zombies would go against a crocodile,
yeah, please. These are the
10sounds
important
at
questions.
gmail.com.
Absolutely.
On ya, Bindi.
Or Bob. Bob.
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
Irwin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but Sam Neill comes to mind.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Jurassic Park crossover.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And he could kind of, because he's a bit older now, so he could be
Mm.
like the next old wise character.
Yeah, yeah. I see him as the new Herschel.
Sure, yeah.
Mm.
I can see that.
Okay, I got a super obscure one.
Here we go.
Go
For
for
anybody who's not even, maybe not even in WA, Western Australia. Tony Gallardi.
Oh, yes.
Can you imagine him, like, as a chef in there,
Mm.
like, just chefing up some good meals,
Yeah.
homegrown, everything's homegrown. We grow it, we sell it, you save.
And
mentality.
potatoes are like one of the most versatile. Well, I don't know if that's true, but you know, they're easy to farm and to make, and
Mm.
you can use them for a number of different things.
Yeah.
Very good. So, for anyone who doesn't know, he runs Spudshed, which is a local WA supermarket thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, supermarket chain, all locally produced spuds and stuff like that.
WA for now.
Well, you've worked with him quite a bit, haven't you?
A couple of times,
Yeah.
yeah. Just doing some filming, but yeah, good quality guy.
But based
Yeah.
on your experience there,
Yeah.
like, how do you think he'd do?
Yeah.
He's very tough. So
Yeah.
we were filming in the kitchen, just cooking some stuff, and he'd pick up like a tray that just came straight out of the oven. Everyone was saying like, "No, you've got to wear gloves." He's like, "Oh, just grab it." His skin is like so tough because he's always out on the farm and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be great.
Wow, forget crocodile hide.
Yeah,
Just Tony Gallardi
Gallardi
hide. Oh, special branded, yeah.
yeah, beautiful.
Final thought on that is just, he's always in like a singlet as well, Tony Gallardi.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
just the survivor outfit, he
Yeah.
knows what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and from watching interviews of him, he works so hard. He's like works 20-hour days or something like that.
Wow.
Barely gets any sleep. So, you know, that's what you need. That's the kind of attitude you need if you're going to be surviving in the zombie apocalypse. No time for rest. Got to
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Getting it done.
Can we actually hit him up and say, "Do you watch the show? What
Maybe.
would you think about?" Ask him how would he survive. I'm gonna get onto that. I'm gonna reach
Sure,
out. I'll
go
get
for
back
it.
to you. Yeah.
Go for it.
Not even
So-
kidding. We'll do a zombie escape chase scene. See how he gets away from it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
very good.
awesome.
You're surrounded on a potato
Throw
farm.
potatoes at him.
He would too, wouldn't he?
Make a potato gun, actually.
Ah,
Oh,
clever,
yeah,
clever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on your list, Liam?
The last one I suppose we can go over
Yeah.
is memorable zombies.
Ah,
boy.
Ooh.
I feel like Isaac has one ready.
Well, I brought this up off mic, but I would love if we could make this like a regular segment, just like, and today's
Yeah.
zombie of the episode is blah blah blah.
Yes.
we just
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Sorta-
that's what I thought of with it.
great.
But I
It'd be
thought
great
because
when
we
we
haven't
do
actually
that.
had an episode, we can just go memorable zombies.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
going forward, when we have like our general podcast after each episode, zombie of the week.
Nice.
I like it.
Great plan.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So many come to mind, but if you guys had any,
lots. Liam, do you want to start us off?
From the first ever episode back
Yes.
in the day,
Mm.
yes,
old mate on the bus.
on the bus.
Yeah, do you remember him?
Oh,
There
yeah.
was- I think
He's
he's in
got
a
like a
suit, I
blazer or
think.
something.
Yeah. So
He
Rick
looks like a
rolls
rock star.
past. Yeah, but he was. I'm pretty sure he looked like he was sleeping.
Yeah.
Like out of it, Rick goes past, and all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Ah, let's get him."
Stoner.
Yeah, this is the most chilled out zombie ever. It's like, all right, well, look, yeah, you're here. I'll eat you. All right, come on.
if you
That's
want.
a good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never forgotten that one.
Sweet. That's good.
Yeah. I thought you were going to refer to old half a lady crawling across the grass.
Oh,
Bicycle girl.
Yeah. I even behind the scenes looking at that, how the way that they did that. So,
Yeah.
So you know, anyone who knows, she had like her whole bottom half was in a purple outfit, which makes perfect sense because on the grass you couldn't really use a green or blue tinted, you know, thing to
Yeah.
key it out, but purple just
It's
works.
the
doesn't
opposite
it?
of green.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, I like
Great.
it.
Yeah.
Great choice. Yeah. That's very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have, if that were up to me, I would have found out in post and gone, damn it, like, you know.
Why would you do green screen on green grass?
Yeah.
One
Uh,
job.
That's a good thought. Yeah, no
Yeah.
way. Nice. Rattle us through. There's lots to work with.
Oh man, so I'm gonna jump all over the place.
Sure.
You got old steering wheel pirate ship stuck in the zombie
Oh, yeah.
season like
Start of season 10.
10, is it?
Yeah.
You got
Ah, yeah.
oh, do I need to say more on that? Like
Ah, that's all right. You can shoot through a few.
on the construction site, that one that was covered in sand, who like you know opens his mouth and all the sand comes falling out. I think it's maybe on the bridge.
Is that
or
the one
something.
that Tara and Heath are running away
Yeah,
from?
before Heath disappears
Yeah.
forever. Yeah. All
Yeah, that was cool, actually. They're all buried under there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You got old sickness zombies with their eyes start to
Oh.
bleed. You know, at the prison we see them. Just well, you guys take a few.
Actually, they were cool. They were menacing, those ones.
Yeah.
Scary. Actually,
Yeah.
make you go, oh, like cringe a bit.
Yeah.
I really like that as well as sort of just adding something different as the threat. You know, these aren't just zombies, but, you know, if they even get close to us or we get a bit of blood on us from them, then, you know, we'll probably get this horrible flu that's going to kill us. So even if they don't bite you, you still got to stay away
Oh,
from
yeah.
them. They're dangerous.
They might sneeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great tell as well. Like, you know, if either of us walks up to a dog and they're like foaming at the mouth, you can tell straight away, oh, something's not right, you know? You
sure.
look at a zombie, something's not right. But you look at a walker and they're bleeding from the eyes, you go, oh, this is something
Ooh.
completely different
Yeah.
now. So, yeah, it's a good tell.
That's great.
Classic.
Classic. Did you just cut that off yourself?
Yeah.
That was good. That was very good. The two that are probably my favourite that come to mind are the ones that are like overgrown with plants and stuff like that. So there's
Yeah.
one in season 4 that Herschel and Carl come across when they're out like picking berries in the forest. There's like a cure for the flu. And yeah, it's sort of like grown into this tree and
It's
looks really
great.
cool.
Yeah.
And there's a similar one as well in season 9 where that Daryl comes across and there's like birds eating worms that are sort of
Oh.
like growing out of it. And it's kind of gross when you say it that way, but it was almost a nice sort of scene as like he was about to kill it, but then realized that, you know, through the death it was creating new life and feeding this family of birds and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'll just leave it. So it's you know, it's kind of horrible and gross, but also kind of nice at the same time.
Aw.
Green
Circle of life.
life growing out of it. Yeah. So those are probably my favorite ones where it's just been so long and it's just almost grown into this tree.
Mm,
Looks really cool.
mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think there's so many more, but do we save them? Or...
Yeah, we could even do that in the future, like one from the episode we talk about, and then another random one from previously
Yeah,
in the show.
yeah.
I'll have to
Because there's a
hold it
lot
in,
to work
'cause-
with. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a whole episode.
Because it's probably spoilers ahead, but
Mm.
maybe my favorite part of the whole show is just how creative they get with the zombie designs, the
Right.
walker
Yeah.
designs,
Right? Yeah.
like the evolution of them through, you know, from season 1 to where we are now, the different creative options. So yeah, it'll be really fun to talk about them.
Definitely. Cool. Any last ones from you then?
Any last words, Liam?
A little bit of a ridiculous one, and at first I didn't like it, but I don't even know what you'd call him, the zombie that was covered in armor and spikes in the junkyard.
Yeah.
So
Old,
bizarre.
Mordor
started with W, I
zombie.
think. It wasn't Wilson. Because they had a name for it.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. Wendell? No. I've forgotten now, but yeah.
I would just call him boss mode zombie.
Yeah.
Final boss zombie.
Very good. Very true.
Oh yeah, he very much reminded me of the gatekeeper for the mouth of Sauron from Lord of the Rings.
Ooh, yeah.
He's got like the whole mouth and everything.
Looked exactly like it.
Yeah.
From memory, yeah.
Yeah. Copyright.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, good pick. Sweet.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, one other thing that's sort of been in my mind recently due to The Last of Us 2 is just the idea of pushing sort of moral messages or asking those sort of questions in storytelling. So have either of you guys heard much about or played any of The Last of Us 2?
Yeah. finished
Just that it didn't deliver as well as the first one, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely lots of memes about. Liam, have you?
Yeah.
How much do you know about like the story and stuff like that? Not that we'd get into spoilers, but
No, I actually finished it about maybe 3 or 4 days ago.
oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, sweet, awesome. What was your general thoughts of it? Like without spoilers, did you like it? What did you feel?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I see I can understand where you're coming from with that question around morals, because it's very much, it makes you question your own morals or
Yeah.
but yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I think that there were definitely parts of it that I thought, all right, this is not really what I want to be doing.
Sure.
I think you know what
Yeah,
I mean.
absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, and I wanted to go back to being someone else.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
They make you do things that you
Yeah,
wouldn't do.
there's like it's probably legit half the game is something that wasn't in the trailers at all, and you're doing something that most people, at least if you said it, you'd say, "Oh, I've got no interest whatsoever in doing that."
Is this a spoiler? Is this?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pretty big spoiler. Yeah.
They asked you to do something that made you feel dishonest, didn't they?
Yeah, sure. That's about as much as we can say without spoiling it. But so this is my take on it. I'm definitely keen to hear your take as well. But and this was sort of in a lot of the early reviews as well, saying that a lot of the story and the sacrifices it makes and the reasons it does a lot of things is sort of in order to almost preach or to make a point that revenge is bad and there's two sides to every story and stuff like that. So to me, it didn't quite hit home right, because in a lot of ways it sort of punished you for playing the game. Like, it made you feel bad about violence and things, which, you know, that's the whole point of the video game. It gave you all these fun tools, you know, to fight people, and then it said, oh, you should feel bad about this because violence is bad. And it's like, oh, okay. And then did a whole pile of other things which, you know, upset a lot of people who liked the first game. all in order to prove this point, which most people kind of already agree that violence is bad. And it's not like,
Yeah.
it didn't seem like a relevant point that really needed to be made or proved to anyone. So that was sort of my take on it. I still definitely enjoyed playing the game, but the story, yeah, didn't hit home for me at all. And mainly because it seemed like it made so many sacrifices just to prove a point that didn't need to be proved.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you feel about that side of things?
I agree. I definitely agree with that. But that being said, I still did enjoy the storyline for what it was.
Yeah.
I just wish it was a little bit different. It's hard to describe this without
Sure,
spoilers.
it's very hard. Yeah, that's,
You
with
guys
all
are
the,
killing me.
the things the reviewers were given all these restrictions. You're not allowed to talk about like the second half of the game or show anything outside of these two scenes. And so there's a lot of the game that, yeah, is just not in any of the marketing, and some of it they flat out lied about. But yeah,
Not cool.
there you go. You can look up the spoilers if you're interested. But yeah, coming back to The Walking Dead,
Oh.
it definitely gave me an appreciation for the most part for how The Walking Dead, does those things. And I feel like it does present a lot of moral questions and shows a lot of situations that make you question, is this the right thing to do, or shows you different sides of a situation. But to me, it never seems like it's forcing you to see it from a certain way. It kind of gives you the question and shows you a situation and lets you ask, your own questions of, is this the right thing to do, or what would I do in this situation? So just a couple of examples. Obviously, it comes around a lot of, the idea of killing people. Is it okay to kill people? Whether it's Randall in season 2, are we going to let this guy go free even though he could be a threat to my family and all of this? Or the saviors, they go and kill them in cold blood while they're sleeping, but at the same time they're threatening all these people. So there's a lot of those questions, but also things like, when to trust people, when to give people a second chance. And yeah, particularly in season 8, a lot of that comes up with, Tara and Jesus arguing, should we keep the saviors as prisoners?
Yeah.
Even though we're low on food and everything, or, there's workers there who are only there because they have to be. So there's all those sort of things. But how do you guys feel about the show overall? Do you feel like it forces some of those things too much, or are you happy with the way it's balanced, I guess?
No, I don't think it forces anything too much, to be honest. I think the one that didn't really sit right with me was Carl and his letters around, let's just stop fighting. There it is. I thought that felt a little bit forced. Well, it just didn't really feel authentic to his character at the time.
Right.
As far as message is related, though,
But yeah, I don't think there was really that much in terms of pushing an agenda or message or anything.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that really comes to mind for me.
okay.
But no, that's a good point, because it did, I guess it's whether or not it sacrifices the story in order to
Right.
to do something. And I guess you could say that did a little bit, because, you'd think Carl would see that you can't just forgive everyone and live happily ever after if, they're killing your people and threatening you and all that. That's an interesting one, for sure.
Yeah.
Isaac?
I mean, nothing really stands out. We quite often have this conflict between two different ideas. Like, okay, so take the food. We're running low on food. We don't want to kill these saviors. We don't want to let them go. Sort of, what's the good thing to do here? And it's kind of like there's always a fairly obvious choice for us watching it. I feel like
Okay.
whatever option you choose, survival has to be at like the core of it, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever they have these kind of like, well, we can't just kill innocent people, it's kind of like, well, if we just let them go, we're not going to survive, and if we run out of food, we're not going to survive. And so it's kind of like the best thing to do for us is to just kill these bad people, which sounds terrible. Like,
Sure.
people aren't inherently bad, of course, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know, quite often the show really wants to help you see people's humanity, I suppose, when the world is dead.
Yeah.
And I would say is probably one of the essential themes that, what does Rick say? It's something about like, we can rebuild something,
Yeah.
people, something. I don't know,
Sure,
very
sure.
like-
Not too far gone.
Yeah.
We can come back.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that,
Yeah,
but
no, that's a
That's
good.
good.
Thought. Yeah, I think it's good that even though the characters will make certain decisions, sometimes you really disagree with the decisions the characters make. You say, "Oh, that's the wrong thing. I wouldn't do that." But I think at the very least, it just shows you a situation and asks you, "What do you think about this? What would you do in this situation?" But it doesn't. It never feels to me like it's trying to get me to agree on something or whatever. But yeah, and similarly with, I guess, political stuff, you could say, diversity and representation. I think,
Right.
it does that really well as far as portraying strong women. I know that's something that in certain franchises it can come across as really forced if they just suddenly throw this strong female in there and just flip the table. And, it can come across as, just doing it for political reasons and stuff like that. But I think this is a great example of just how to do it naturally, just show really awesome, badass women who, play a key role in the story, but it never seemed forced to me.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and lots of diversity and all that.
if it's not too, it starts with a C, but it's completely gone out of my head. Stir up trouble. What's
Controversial.
controversial? Thank you. It was there and then it was gone, and I don't know. Would it be appropriate to swap out strong for competent when talking about female characters that are written well? To be, whatever the thing is that they're doing, whether it is fighting or good at their job or
Yeah.
whatever it is. I don't know, the whole strong character, like what does that even really mean? I know it doesn't actually mean strength as in lifting things, it just means...
Yeah, or maybe it does in Last of Us.
Yeah, that's where my mind went.
Tell
Exactly
me.
where my mind went.
It's insider knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of prefer competent just be used because,
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, that's just a...
Oh, good point.
Little
Good
tick.
point.
It makes sense, yeah.
But I agree with you completely, like they do that very well in the show. Nothing feels
Yeah.
forced and I'm going to do this just so I can, send a message or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
It's because the character needs to do that, and that's why they do it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
I think Maggie is a great leader.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
sure.
Probably season 8, if anything, would be where it seemed a little more forced to me, like you said with Carl, but also the stuff with with Tara and all that, saying, "Oh, we should just kill these saviors and not even give them a chance." And then she, like, halfway through the season gets the revelation, "Oh, I was with the governor," and you'd think that's where her head would be at from the start. So some of those things, like, they're good questions to ask, but I feel like the way they were done, it didn't quite stand true to the characters, and it made you think, "Oh, well, duh, why don't you see it this way?"
Didn't she say that like the very next episode? Because there was a whole bunch of fans going like, "But bro, you were just with the governor, like you did switch sides." That's right. She said it's like
Yeah.
you don't just get to switch sides and make it okay. Like
That's
everyone was like,
exactly what you did.
What?
yes. I don't think many episodes passed in between, if any, before she was kind of like,
Yeah.
"Oh, actually."
I feel like it was a few, but yeah, you might be right. And yeah, I do remember that conversation of, "Oh, did the writers just do that because
Forget.
they heard they heard the backlash?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, all good questions at least. You're right though. Yeah, season 8 probably just, as far as staying true to the characters and how the characters have acted and thought in other seasons, it kind of just seemed a bit all over the place. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. But yeah, any last thoughts on that topic? No.
No.
Great. Good times. Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
I do like, not really a message, I don't really suppose, but the show has always perpetuated that children are very capable. Like,
Yeah.
all of the characters that we see, they have their little rebellious moments and whatnot.
Sure.
But, in today's society, it's a very much kind of, I'll tell you when you're older type thing, or, do as you're told just because I'm the grown-up.
Yeah.
But all the child characters, right from being sort of little toddlers, if you will, through to like being early to late teenagers,
Sure.
they're given responsibility in this, and they're shown that we all have a part to play, and no part is too small. And I think that's a great message if it needs to be
Yeah.
for kids, you know, that no help is too small.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that is definitely a question that comes up a lot in the first few seasons with Carl. You know, he's being told, oh, stay back. And he just wants to go out and help with stuff. So I like that, you know, it is there. It takes a while for them to come around to that way of thinking. But you can see, you know, a few seasons in after you're forced to adjust to this apocalyptic life. So everyone kind of has to pull their weight. Yeah, it's good to see that.
Well, like, yeah, Daryl's out hunting and Judith is like, I'm going to come along. And he's like, oh, it's not safe. And then, yeah, all right, you can come. Like,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really cool. But I've said this a few times already, especially like how they do it with Judith in the latest seasons. Just, you know, I think it could seem a bit silly if the kid was going out by themselves on a supply run or at the front of a battle. It just wouldn't be realistic, and you'd think, what are they doing? Why would they let this kid go and do that? But I think she plays a part when she needs to and comes in the right situations, but not unrealistically. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're about to get some pizza delivered by our good friend Andrew, who's going to join us for the Astromech podcast. So we might have to wrap it up there.
I wish it was
Should
pizza,
have done
but
spaghetti, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Any last topics, anything random you'd like to talk about? Actually, I did remember there's this time next week, or maybe it's next Saturday or something, is the San Diego Comic-Con at home, because they can't run it in person at the moment. But they're doing it all live streamed online. So the Walking Dead panel is like 4 a.m. our time, which I might get up for. We'll see how we go.
Right.
See how busy a week I have. But they've confirmed that they're going to announce the release date for the finale then, and give some more info on that. So
Sweet.
yeah.
I'm very excited.
So we can look forward to that, and I'm sure, you know, you'll be able to just watch it after the stream. They'll publish it somewhere, but yeah, if I'm feeling up to it, I might stay up, because it's kind of fun to do that.
Do it for the team, Ben.
Yeah, I'll get up early.
I was going to say, do you stay up then, or
Nah,
do you just get
I'll
up
get
early?
up early.
Do you know if it's being live streamed? Do you know if there's any kind of like commenting going on, like live comment threads and stuff?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. They have been posting on social media to send in your questions now. So I think as far as questions and stuff goes, you're going to have to do that beforehand. So get onto that now.
Crocodile skin and plug the show.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, and also I kind of wished that like they could do, some other conventions have done this, set up like a Zoom meeting, sort of a 5-minute Zoom meeting with a celebrity you like. Because, you know, usually you get to meet them at the convention if you pay $100 for an autograph or whatever. But they haven't done that for this one, which is a shame. But oh well.
Who would you want to talk to if you had the chance?
All of them.
You can pick 2 if you want.
Okay. Mate, out of anyone, or
Bringing
just...
this on you, like, all right, let's pass
that's a
this
good
around.
question.
This is my final topic.
I like
Let's
it.
pass this round.
Okay. Probably the creators I'd definitely be interested. So I know Angela Kang's going to be there. I'd like to talk to her.
Wow. Okay.
But out of the actors, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to choose. I don't know. you go and I'll think of something maybe.
So, I mean, no surprise to you, Dan Fogler, Luke.
Yeah.
Not even a meme. I just think he's a terrific actor, and from
Yeah.
past stuff that he's done, I just love to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
But then probably also, what's his name? Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dean Morgan?
Yeah.
Negan?
Yeah, good.
Just
to
have
know.
him do one of his dams. I mean, I'd be a happy man.
Then just hang up straight
Yeah.
away. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good answer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or have him do like the eeny, meeny, miny, mo and point to me
Oh.
finally in the Zoom call. I'd be like, oh!
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you
That would be
pick, Liam?
amazing.
Two
Same
people.
as Isaac with Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet, yeah.
And probably Norman Reedus.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Mm.
It sucks that we only picked 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it had to be 2, it'd be those guys. Just because I know they like riding around on their Harleys. And I love riding my bike as well. So yeah, it'd be cool to chat about bikes with them, but also add like, how do you reckon that would fare up in The Walking Dead? Like, if you were on your Harleys, I was on my Victory. What do you think? What would happen? because they're
Look
loud.
damn cool is what would
It
happen.
would look pretty cool, but I feel like we'd die.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Come on,
I
Ben.
don't know, man. I've heard Greg Nicotero is great to talk to. He's the special effects guy and he directs a part of the big episodes.
Okay, actors.
Yeah, I guess Norman Reedus. Maybe Father Gabriel. I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
Now. I know his name, but I've just gone blank. But yeah, he never comes to conventions, but I really want to talk to Ben McCreary, the composer. And I've tried reaching out for like interviews and stuff, but I never hear back.
Oh.
I'm like, I'll pay you.
With
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah. Oh man.
Right,
it's
so
hard
right,
to
here's the
choose.
scenario. We're all in a
Yeah.
joint Zoom call, and we've both gotten our picks, which means you've also gotten all of them. Now you can pick 2 ones that we haven't already said.
Okay.
Really throwing your
Okay.
bone here.
Yeah, because there's one person that you haven't mentioned that I feel like you probably would.
Is it only people currently on the show?
No, anyone.
Okay, Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. And
Be like, hello, Ben. How you doing? Like, however he talks.
Yeah,
actually,
just British
like,
accent.
yeah. Cassidy McClincy, who's
Of
Lydia.
course,
Yeah. Jerry, he'd be friendly to talk to, I imagine.
Would do, yeah.
Yeah. There's a few.
All right. All right.
I'll probably
I'm
think
sorry to do that
afterwards
to
and go,
you.
but yeah, really all of them I'd definitely be interested to talk to.
Even Carol. I'd even talk to
Oh,
Carol.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Hi, Carol.
Mm.
She'd look at you and be like, you know, my name's Melissa, right?
Oh, having heard her tell me look at the flowers, that'd be something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she doesn't. I think she doesn't come to a lot of the conventions because she tends to get a bit of social anxiety. She's
Oh,
talked
okay.
about this openly, which is understandable. You know, when there's thousands of crazy fans
Yeah.
coming to talk to you, I imagine that'd be very overwhelming. But so that's understandable. But yeah, no, she seems like a really nice person from the interviews and all that.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Hello.
All of the above.
All
But
the actors.
for now, I've been your host, Ben, and
I'm
joined
still Isaac.
And once again, I'm still Liam.
by fantastic. And thanks so much for listening. Just keep walking, and we'll see you next time.
I like that. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
so-